Boston. Jordan. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan.
Pushing 5 to play in the third. Kobe. Crawford. Hogan. Oh. Bring it on, Kobe, baby.
You are now tuned into the chat room. Your favorite baller's favorite podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Chatroom Podcast. I am the Senator, and with me today I got Coach Francis.
What's going on, y'all? I made it.
You made it. We got Joseph in the building.
What's going on? What's going on?
You know, anytime there's a Verzuz, we always have to make sure Joseph is on that episode. So, and then this one here, we decide to branch out again with the guests that we bring in, and it's not about basketball, but we brought in some really dope DJs that I know, I'm cool with. I've seen them play. I've seen them just destroy parties that they're at. It's just a different vibe. So we brought in a DJ from Calgary and a DJ from Toronto. So shout out to DJ Dilly.
What's good? What's good?
And we got the family in the building, DJ JKD.
Yes, sir. What up? What up?
So how's everybody doing today? You guys are all good?
Yeah, man. Good.
Chilling.
Nice. So let's just jump into the first topic. And this is the reason why Joseph got in the chat real quick. He was excited to talk about this. Last Thursday was the Verzuz between Rick Ross and 2 Chainz. Did everybody get a chance to watch it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I watched a little bit of it.
A little bit of it?
Yeah.
Cool. How did you guys think of the battle? How did you think the Verzuz went? Did you think it was good? There was a lot of like extraness that came with this Verzuz compared to other Verzuz. Rick Ross was getting a massage.
That's got to be the best part of that Verzuz.
Hey, man. You got to leave the fat boy alone, bro. He's just doing what he's got to do, you know?
Getting thrown.
And I'll tell you, I gave 2 Chainz a round because he supported essential workers. So I don't think the song was better. It was the action that went along with it. I was like, all right.
I swear that same round they were both talking about essential workers. So I'm like, couldn't really give it to one or the other.
But what was you guys' expectation going into the Verzuz compared to like what you guys saw while the Verzuz was going on?
I wasn't excited at all.
Wow. For real?
Wasn't
like that.
at all.
Ricky Rose? 2
Man.
Chainz, Titty Boy?
I wasn't excited, man. I mean, like, I watched it just because it was something to watch, and they both have bangers and stuff. So it's not like I don't enjoy the music. That's not what I'm saying. That's not. But like, compared to like Bounty versus Beanie, or compared to like other verses that I enjoyed, or like DMX and Snoop, like I wasn't. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now tell us how you really feel.
but as I said, like I fuck with both of them. Like I like both their music, and the Verzuz itself, like it wasn't like a bad Verzuz per se, but it was like I wasn't that drawn into it personally. So,
well, it is coming off of like a big one, like Snoop and DMX was the last one, right? So like, I think any of the Verzuz that they kind of planned after that would be a real hard challenge to like outdo it.
Yeah. I thought it was really balanced though, like in terms of what they brought to the table. I thought that was balanced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They both have great body of work. You know, I think they have an equal amount of bangers though.
I don't think.
I had to pick one. I had to pick one winner though. But you know,
I think.
Yo, honestly though, like, I think I forgot a lot of the bangers 2 Chainz had though.
See?
And then it was just out of nowhere. I was like, oh,
exactly.
Shit. Oh, like, you know.
I think Rick Ross's catalog is far more superior than 2 Chainz, but in regards to just songs that made you feel a certain way, they're reasonably even. But I think like Rick Ross has more stuff that he's been a part of that are consistent, and his catalog is more extensive and stuff. So, yeah.
Cool.
Joseph, last words before we get into round by round.
It was a lot closer than people thought it was going to be, I think. I knew it was going to be an evenly matched battle because I listened to both those guys, so it wasn't really a surprise. It was good. They need to have some type of rules in these verses, though, man, where you can't just be playing like songs where you have like one verse, but like it's not your track. Like, no, they need to, because Drake is basically using Drake as a cheat code at this point. Like, I feel like, and Ross had so many tracks of Drake. I was like, oh, damn, man.
The one thing that Ross has,
stimulus package.
The one thing that Ross has that 2 Chainz doesn't have is a Jay-Z verse. He has many Jay-Z verses, and he only used one. So like, imagine. Actually, no, he used two.
He used two, yeah. But one is legendary.
He used all of them plus the Drake tracks.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I'm like, yo,
what? Just that. Like, easy. But like, let's go into it round by round. We'll see how everyone scores it.
All right.
You guys have your score sheet ready?
Come on, man. You know the vibes.
All right.
Yeah.
So right out the gate, the first song to be played was BMF.
That wins it.
But it went up against No Lie.
Still BMF. For me.
Still BMF.
Francis?
Yeah. No, BMF is easily the biggest track there.
BMF.
Easily.
I had it BMF. Then next, Ross went with Hustling.
See, like, okay, I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. Like, BMF is clearly the better track, but like, I couldn't even take it seriously because I'm like, his whole career is based off lies. So like, I'm like,
oh my god, here we go.
I couldn't even really take it in. Like, like, when I was younger, I was like, yeah, this track is bumping. And then after I did my research and stuff, I'm like, okay, he's a fraud. But BMF is a better track, bro.
I said he's a fraud.
Say he's a security guard.
He's a corrupted.
He was a CO, right?
He's a corrupt CO, bro.
Nah, I don't want to hear no corrupt. Don't.
He is like, though.
Don't try and nice it up, man.
No, but it's true. He's a corrupt CO. Like,
there's all this hate that I'm hearing right now.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
You know what it is? I know exactly the problem. Okay. When this versus got announced, Francis was like, it's not Cartel versus whoever. Like, that'd be the real first versus over Zoom. Like,
yeah.
I would.
Out of jail?
That'd be tough.
That'd be wild.
I mean, he's already made so-called appearances on IG Live and stuff, so. From jail. I mean,
yeah, I know. Allegedly,
allegedly, right? Yeah, but anyways, yeah. I got BMF. Back to it, man.
Round 2, Hustling versus I'm Different.
Hustling.
It's just the energy it brings. I'm Different is like I'm different. But Hustling just makes you want to fight the shit out of somebody.
Well, I compare it to dances now. Like, I would hear Hustling still in a club.
Yeah.
Over I'm Different.
Yeah.
So, I will say though, the I'm Different did help boost Mustard's career. Like, that sound really came after I'm Different popped off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I thought it was a good response back to Hustling, but I had to give it to Hustling. Like, everybody knows 222s. Like, you just, yeah.
Like, yeah, that was the first two to me were pretty easy.
Then we came into round 3 where it was a little bit of a challenge, I would say, because it was John versus fucking Problems, but it was 2 Chainz played the acapella verse from where they took the line from to do the hook, and then went into the hook and stopped.
That's what gave it to
before they went into any of the verse.
Yeah,
that's what gave, in my opinion, that I picked 2 Chainz for this. I picked just because of the delivery alone. So yeah, I got 2 Chainz for there.
Yeah.
JKD, you
picked
2 Chainz?
Yeah, I got 2 Chainz for that one.
I'm gonna have to tie it, just because like John is just a beast track, but like the way 2 Chainz brought it on Fucking Problems, like, you know, it comes kind of correct. So for me, one doesn't outbeat the other. But if I'm gonna pick just the stature of the song, it's gonna be John, but not in the verses.
Joseph, who you got?
I had Ross for that one. I had John.
I gave it to Ross. I just didn't really like the way how 2 Chainz introduced it, to tell you the truth.
That was dope. That was
I liked it.
That was dope.
I listened to him like, yo, what is he doing? And then he blended it. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
he told you that's what he was doing before he did it. So like,
well, he said he was gonna do stories and stuff. Yeah, he did, but I was surprised.
I think if he didn't explain that that's what he was doing, and then he just did it, I would more gave it to him. Sometimes in the verses, you don't need to explain what you're doing. You just let it happen. And then once the element of surprise catches you, you're like, all right, that just won the round right there. And there's an example coming up, and we'll talk about it once we get there. Next track, Rich Forever versus Spend It.
I gave it to 2 Chainz on that one.
Same, 2 Chainz.
I had 2 Chainz too.
Yeah.
2 Chainz.
This round was a little tough. Dice Pineapple versus Duffel Bag Boy.
Duffel Bag Boy. Play a circle.
Nah, I gave it to 2 Chainz, man.
Duffel Bag Boys, man. Come on.
This is my tie still. I got a tie for this.
I gave this to 2 Chainz.
This one was hard though. This one
was a hard one. Like once he started with Dice Pineapple, I was like, what can he play to come back this round? And then he played Duffel Bag Boy. I was like, okay. I thought he was gonna save that for like his last song. Like, but these guys did not go in with like, they just played hits.
Yeah.
Then we have MC Hammer versus Love Them Strippers.
Ross, man.
I got MC Hammer.
Yeah, Ross.
I gave it to 2 Chainz because this is when the first sighting of the essential workers came out. So, I did not expect him to actually have strippers there when he played this song. He was like lazily throwing the money too. I was like, all right, cool. And they were protected wearing masks. I was like, all right, this steals around for me.
He read the room, man. He read the room.
Felt like that Club COVID stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
It seemed like a safer Club COVID, because the original, like when the club, like the quarantine stuff and all that stuff was popping off, they did not care about masks. They were just out there reckless. And how they were
they were very reckless.
Yeah,
but it made for good.
I gave it to Chase.
IGTV though for sure.
Joseph, would you give it to?
I had this my first tie.
First tie?
Yeah.
Round 7, Aston Martin Music versus Super Freak.
Ross.
Yeah. See, and this is what I'm talking about with the Drake stimulus package, man. Because I completely forgot about that song, and there was always a Drake line that I'm like, yo, is that from that song? And I heard it, I'm like, damn, I gotta give him that round. And that's like 2008 Drake, I think. That's or like 2010 Drake. Like that's old Drake too. So I'm like, I gotta give that to him, man.
Coach, who you got?
Yeah, it's easily Rick Ross for that for me personally. So yeah, I got Aston Martin Music.
Next one, Santorini Greece versus Bands That Make 'Em Dance.
Bands.
2 Chainz, yeah.
2 Chainz.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I scored this, to tell you the truth, because I had like Santorini Greece was one of my songs for Rick Ross. I don't think any song can beat it to me. Like it's one
that
of those.
That beat is crazy.
Like, that's one of those ones when you're driving and you put that song on.
Yeah.
Like, you catch a vibe the whole time. Like,
That beat is crazy.
To be honest, I totally forgot about that song. I had to YouTube it.
Even that album is very, very slept on.
I can't believe JKD just said that. Like,
Bro,
it was kind of wild. That was wildly disrespectful.
As DJ, you play so much out that, like, you know, Bands That Make a Dance is just more correct with the library. Like, it's gonna be played more than Santorini. You know,
it is true.
Yeah.
Santorini is just that track for me, though. Coach, what'd you say?
Nah, so I got 2 Chainz on that.
2 Chainz?
Yeah.
Next round, I'm a Boss versus Rich as Fuck.
Oh, man.
Rick Ross. I'm a boss.
I think Ross, but if it was actually the Rich as Fuck and Lil Wayne somehow got on there and spit his verse, then I might think differently about this.
That could have stole the round for him, to tell you the truth. Like, I had Ross.
Yeah.
This one here, I was very shocked to see go up against each other. Freemason versus Feds Watching.
The Jay-Z feature, man. I gotta give it to Ross.
Yeah, same. It was Ross for me.
I'm the biggest Hova fan in the world, so.
Wow. This guy said Hova. That's how I know you're a Jay-Z fan. This was actually my second tie. Yeah, I was gonna give it to Ross, but Feds is Watching that's a crazy track, man. I had to give that. Yeah, I had to put that at a tie.
2 Chainz.
Yeah,
damn.
I had to tie that, man. And I'm a huge I love Ross, but that Feds is Watching track, nah, man.
Okay.
Coach, who you got?
I got Rick Rose.
Then we had The Boss versus Good Drink.
2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
I don't know. It's a T-Pain hook, though.
Nah, man.
I was to tell you.
Listen, that beat on Good Drink, no.
I gave it to 2 Chainz, but it was like I really.
It was close though. It was hard.
Ross, to tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie. Coach, who you got?
I got a tie still.
You tied that one?
Yes, sir.
Now we already know what DJ Dilly's gonna say for this one. It's "Fuck With Me, You Know I Got It" versus "Watch Out." You can just say it. It's okay.
All right. Well, yeah. Obviously, I'm gonna pick the Jigga one. So it's "Fuck With Me, You Know I Got It."
It's true.
You can't beat that. You can't beat that one.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, even when you hear like the rumbling of the beat when it first starts, you already know.
It just starts off with that.
Yeah, you're like, all right.
Yeah.
Clap.
Fact.
Devil,
Yeah.
you gave it to Ross, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Devil in a New Dress versus 4 a.m.
2 Chainz.
I only give it to Ross for this one because he shot the video in Toronto.
Oh, stop.
That's why.
That's the only reason?
That's the only reason.
Oh, no. Nah. I had to give it to him just because that's probably Ross's either top 2 or top 3 verses. Like, of all. That's his top, 3 verses, hands down. Like, easily.
I may disagree with you on that one, but
what?
I'll let you get that off.
What? Ross on No, stop. Come on.
I'm not going to say that's his top 3 verse, though.
Top 5? I need to see something. If it's not even top 5, we're in crazy town now. We're driving on the opposite side.
I don't have it top 3 though.
Oh, are you saying it's top 3 and it's not 3 or 2? Is that what you're doing?
I'm saying it's top 5.
Okay,
it's not in the top 3.
This guy, you're bugging.
You can place it wherever you want in 4th or 5th, but
wow, this guy's like, you guys could get in where you fit in. That's crazy.
Coach, who you got?
I got Rick Ross.
I had Ross too. Tears of Joy versus Big Amount.
2 Chainz, Big Amount.
Yeah.
Safe. 2 Chainz.
I don't know. Nothing beats Tears of Joy for me still. So.
Wow.
You're taking your bias way into this.
I'm
you know
not.
that, right? Yeah. You are, bro.
I'm not. I'm not. Big Amount was a dope track, but Tears of Joy to me, I played that way more. Like I still play. I played it yesterday. Like I haven't played.
If you were rocking a dance, you would play that over the 2 Chainz.
No.
Then
okay.
No.
What's your answer?
But here's my reply to that. I don't go out no more. I play in my house more now. So. Coach, what you got?
I got a big amount.
James?
And this is to me where Ross goes on a run right now.
Who goes on a run?
Rick Ross.
Oh,
seriously?
Yeah,
I think he was on a run the entire time. No. He like just stopped at the stop sign like twice, but it's
I got Rick Ross
versus all me.
Stay scheming.
Yeah, stay scheming. But it almost had me because I see what you're saying about that Drake stimulus package now.
Yeah.
Because you're right. All I hear in my head when All Me came on was the Drake verse.
The Drake, see?
You know, so yeah, I picked Stay Scheming.
But his verse was good too, man.
Ross was, the whole song you know when you hear that beat, you know what clicks in your head though, you know?
Yeah. You hear Drake
That's
like harmonizing every
like that whole
time.
Drake bit.
True.
Not gonna lie, I gave it to All Me.
Yeah?
Yeah. I gave it to All Me.
And here's the thing. The reason why I didn't give it to Ross was because sometimes when I hear that track now, I only hear the common verse. So, like,
this is one of those songs that to this day I still bump it. Like whenever I'm going to go work out, it just puts me in a zone, you know. So
that song has aged really, really well. It's like the beat and everything. Like it never sounds dated. That's one thing I will give it.
Yeah, but if you go to the supermarket, you see Canada Dry, you just start thinking Common dissing Drake.
I don't drink pop, so I'm good.
Pop That versus It's a Vibe.
Pop that.
I got It's a Vibe.
Yeah, I got It's a Vibe.
Ooh. Okay, why? I gotta ask.
Okay. Listen, I was prepared for this discussion. Pop That. I say to myself, what do I remember from that song besides the sample and the music video? I don't remember anything. I don't even remember what Drake said on it. I think French Montana was kind of going off, but not really.
Ross's verse on that was tough, bro. You're hating right now.
No, that song is just like, nah. That's the song that you'll play. Like DJs can play the first like snippet of the sample, and then they can just go into a different song, or they don't even have to play it. Like
it goes off.
But Ross's verse now is tough, bro.
He had a good verse, but
yeah, bro, it's tough.
I don't remember anything from that song.
Like for me, the verse was tough. Taking Ross's verse was tough, yeah. And then just like the vibe you got when that song came on in the club, that just wins for me easily. So that's pretty easy.
All right, I'm on one versus No Problem.
Ross.
Yeah. There's that stimulus package.
This one was tough for me. This one was tough, but I got Ross again.
Yeah, Ross. I'm Not a Star versus Birthday Song.
I got Ross again.
Yeah.
This was a tie for me.
I said, man, this is for me. This is when Ross went on a run. I was like, damn, this is hit.
I gave it to Chainz.
Why?
What?
Why?
I don't know. I just gave it.
You do know why. You do know why,
For some
bro.
reason not.
Come on.
All right, okay. Here's what got on this thing. So going into the verses, I called 14-6, right?
Okay.
And I think at this point it was like 14-4. I mean, like it was like something 4, and I was like, Chainz needs 2 more because Ross is just gonna get to 14 for sure. I know that for sure. I need Chainz to at least steal 2 more so I can be absolutely right and walk on to whichever podcast and say, yeah, I called it 14-6. So, but I also think Birthday Song was a very huge song when it came out. Like that song,
Yeah.
like I remember DJing at that time, and like any party you're DJing at, there's always somebody who had a birthday. That song was being requested like 20 times throughout the night. Like
to this day.
Yeah, like
Yep. To this day.
To this day.
But I'm not a Stars one that if I'm driving, I want that song to come on, like for sure. Like I'm not playing Birthday Song, like ever. But Mafia Music versus Big Bank.
No. Come on, no.
Oh, 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say 2 Chainz.
It's tough, but it's 2 Chainz for me.
Yeah.
I gave it to Ross.
Classic. Of course you did.
I just did like Nicki's verse on it. It
What?
Really?
On Big Bank?
Oh,
No.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
That's a tough scene.
like that's what made me give the point to Ross. So
That's a tough scene. Yo.
Coach, who you got?
I got Rick Ross.
Okay.
All right, so the last track was Rich Off Cocaine versus Mercy. What did you guys have for that?
Come on now.
And Mercy.
I gave it to Mercy.
That was
Yeah, I gave it to 2 Chainz.
That was 2 Chainz recovery song for me, man. Because he was getting blown out.
Don't listen to this guy. This guy is spreading pure propaganda right now, bro. Pure propaganda. You guys didn't even hear it because you were reconnecting. This guy was. Oh my gosh.
Saying when I while I was reconnecting, you were just getting upset over there, Joe.
Bro, just like real hurtful shit he was saying, man.
Nah. I was just saying, like basically from like round 14 on, Rick Ross just went on a run, bro. he just went on a run, and like it's like you can't argue them. Like for me, it was a song that kind of put you in a mood, you know, like. Stay Scheming, like I said, like I still bump that song to this day when I go work out. That's one of the top songs. Like that song and DMX intro and a few other songs that like those are staples. Staples, right? And then like pop that, like I remember like going to clubs, like me and Senator going to clubs and hearing that, and seeing the girls. I'm like, yo, like that's just like stapled in my head, like for like pop that, and then like listening to like Ross's verse and Drake's verse, like that's just. Can't really touch that in my head. And then like I'm on one, like Drake has like the legendary hook on that. It's like can't really do anything with that. It's just song. He went on a run. So that last song kind of gave 2 Chainz a little bit of love because he was getting blown out.
So what does everyone have as their score sheet, their final scores?
Oh, yo.
I called it 14-6, and I'm sticking with that number for Ross.
I got 13-5-2 for Ross.
Lord.
Yo, I gotta count this up real quick.
It's all good.
I got 11. I got 11-9.
11-9?
Yeah, for Ross.
You're a good man.
Y'all made this like real close, man.
It was.
Joseph is about to say 15-5.
No. I had Ross winning only by 1 though. I had it score Ross 9, 2 Chainz 8, and 3 ties.
Yo, I'm 11-9 2 Chainz.
Whoa.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yo, you guys are really taking 2 Chainz music, man.
Yo, I didn't even
I'm not
think
even
there was that
mad
many
at
2
that.
Chainz tracks on there. Damn, okay.
He can hang, man. He was talking about it. I think the day after on.
Oh no, he was saying that he
But
was
honestly,
trying to show that
I felt like
his catalog is as wide as.
He just does not have a Jay-Z verse, which is mind-boggling to me.
I felt that he was kind of in his feelings a bit, though. In that
come
interview.
on.
I did feel that. Still,
I feel like because people were saying that he was getting washed, which he wasn't.
Well, it also doesn't help the fact that he said that Ross kept bullying him.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Yo, because some tracks I'm like, come on.
In his feelings, man.
Stimulus package, man. I'm telling you.
No, not even that. Because after 10 songs, they're supposed to do the switch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they never switched.
And
that
Ross
was wild.
and Chainz was like, "All right, so isn't this now the time when
This guy was like, nah, I'm not doing it.
And then right after that, Ross plays "Fuck with Me," you know I got it. And then it was like he was like, "Yo, you just keep bullying me. Like I'm supposed to go first." Like,
yeah, that was kind of funny.
Man takes off his shirt and then starts getting a massage, and like Chainz is like in the back, just kind of like looking sour the whole time.
Yeah, it was
throwing those bills.
Yeah. But all right, so do you guys think that the next battle, next versus whichever one it'll be, right? Do you think it'll be one that you're going to be super hyped for, or just one that they're going to put in place for just because they need to do one soon?
Like, I don't know what other ones.
So they're teasing Drake and Kanye.
I don't think that'll happen personally.
That's not gonna happen. Kanye is not in the right mind to do
that.
He's trying to be president,
bro. If anything, he'll come with a service choir, and then you know, how do you
like
even
who's Kanye's DJ? Maybe his DJ can do it for him. Does he have a DJ? No, he does his own. I don't know.
This will be the return of Teddy Riley, and it'll be Teddy Riley versus Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
Band versus Sunday service.
Shit. Because Kanye's on the farm. I forgot, yo.
The next one that they're teasing is, well, they've been teasing it, is Keisha Cole versus Ashanti.
That will be a dope one.
That one will be dope. I really want that one top.
There'll be a lot of crying faces in that friggin'.
No, stop. This guy.
a lot of crying emojis.
Jeez.
A lot of that stuff in the chat, bro.
That one will be really good.
They were teasing Mario versus Lloyd, but Mario says he doesn't want Lloyd. He wants Omarion.
What? I think
no. No, no. No, no,
and the last one that they've hinted at was JKD, you're just talking about it. It was
Sade and Anita Baker.
Yeah.
Which I'm not calling a versus. That's just vibes. Like,
right.
That'd be just like the Scott one.
Yeah. That one would be good. Honestly, I'm most amped for that if that Ashanti one happens next. That one would be dope.
I just want someone to take on Missy.
I think no
one can.
I know. That's the problem. But I just like
you'd have to be like a Mary J. Blige to come.
Yeah.
That's the only person.
Yeah, because Missy transcends everything. What, early '90s, mid 2000s now. Yeah,
and she's even featured on those J. Cole tracks.
Featured,
yeah. Like her, she can literally play things up until 2005 and moonwalk in that battle. Like, like it could get very, very ugly.
The last thing I'll say on the versus thing, somebody said that Janet Jackson doesn't have 20 tracks to do a versus.
Okay, and they need their internet cut immediately.
just wanted to let everyone know that was a statement that was actually legitimately made by somebody in the industry.
That's super in the industry? No, you're capping right now.
No, you can go look it up. I'm not going to say who said it. You can go look it up, but somebody legitimately said Janet Jackson doesn't have 20 tracks.
Yo, unless it's Mariah Carey, I don't know.
Yo, Mariah Carey can play All I Want for Christmas 20 times and just win.
You're dead. Yo, you guys are 100%, bro. Yo, you guys are dead.
Cut the bullshit. No, she couldn't.
He has a hit, man.
Cut the
Yo,
bullshit.
I need to look this up after.
Man
'cause
said
this
all I
is
want for
wild.
Christmas is 20 times. Cut the bullshit.
Who said that?
What?
I don't know.
Just look it up. Look it up.
Is it
Look
gonna be
up.
like surprising or something?
It'll be surprising. You would think the person has music knowledge that said that. But we're gonna jump into the next question real quick. I'm moving this towards the DJs. So JKD, you're out there in Toronto.
Yep.
DJ Dilly, you're out here in Calgary.
Yep.
So how last year Raptors won the championship. First time in history, first time making the finals, all that good stuff. It was a celebration across the country. I don't think people understand, like even out here, it was insane to be at like lounges and bars and clubs. It was, but you look at the videos from Toronto, it was insane. Like that was just a whole different feeling. How were DJing at like parties or bars and stuff like that after winning the championships? Like how was the energy level out there? Was it different compared to how it was before? Like was there like a new level of excitement? Like how did you guys notice any changes?
For me, it was just whatever. Like, you know, a lot of people at bars and clubs, and they're just happy that the Raptors won, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't, I don't think it was a difference, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just came out and spent their money either way, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so
Probably even spend more. They probably even spent more when they won.
JKD, question. Do you find that clubs were more packed when Raptors won or Caribana weekend?
Come on. Come on, bro.
This guy, man. Yo, it never stops with you, eh? It never stops with you.
I mean, you can't talk Caribana weekend, right? So,
Jeez,
I mean, with the Raptors, though, is like it was. I mean, a lot of clubs use it to their advantage to get people to come and watch the games there, and then they party after. But to say that if it was a big difference, nah, it was just regular to me.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the same thing. If anything, like as far as music goes, and you know, that wasn't really changing. Just the energy of like seeing Raptors jerseys a little bit more often and shit like that could go off. But as far as like, you know, music and people really, you know, going out and showing out from like the Raptors winning, I think it kind of like was that night and that's it.
That was it.
I'll say this though, I was quite disappointed with some of the Toronto artists, especially Drake, coming out with those two trash songs when they won. Like, you know, the city just won something. Like, come out with something, you know?
Other than those sounded like throwaway tracks.
Yeah,
The hook was super catchy on the other one.
Should have got like a J-Rock and Drake win remix after that.
True.
That would have been dope.
Where was Cardinal Official when we needed him?
Yeah, for real.
I swear
Does he still make music?
Bacardi slang. 2019 version. Toronto championship. Come on, like it sells itself right there. I remember that track. I remember Bacardi's like went to 106 in Park. That was a big deal back then. Like huge. Yeah. So just remix it now, like.
True.
There's been a lot of changes because of the virus, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, clubs got closed, shut down, bars got shut down, everything got shut down. The world kind of got put on a pause, and everyone had to change the way how they do things. How was the change for you guys going from like DJing out and being able to see the people and really reacting when they're dancing and stuff like that and knowing that you're playing the right music to Instagram Live and Twitch? Like how was like the change for you guys? How did it feel? Like
right off the rip, I just want to say Instagram Live is shit. They screwed it for DJs, man. They were the biggest platform, the most publicity. We could have got out to so many people if they would have just granted some sort of access, but they didn't cut any deal and they really screwed it for themselves. The amount of DJs that moved over to Twitch, Instagram Live could have done something.
Yeah.
Like, which one did you so obviously you prefer Twitch.
Yeah.
Right? I know like in the beginning when DJs were doing Instagram Lives, the speed that it would get to like the transition from the music and how other people heard it was quicker than Twitch. Twitch, there's like a little bit of a delay to it, but the audio sounds a lot clearer on Twitch, right?
For sure. Yeah. There's no compression. So Twitch has like, were you talking about that lag?
Yeah, like a little bit of a lag.
You can actually change it in Twitch. So you make sure everything lines up.
Okay.
Whereas with Instagram, you submit everything and it tries to line it up. So that's why it keeps screwing up. It tries to push it out as fast as it comes, but a lot of the times it's not on time, or like, you be cutting and that's not what's happening.
For me personally, I like the IG Live better just because, I have quite a few following on IG. So, and that's the main thing that everybody has, right? It's IG. So IG Live was my favorite one until they started doing the whole copyright infringements, and then transforming to Twitch now. It's hard to get people from IG Live to Twitch. That was my issue.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're both great.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you're right. IG Live is just a thing everybody has. It's easy as like everybody's got Instagram on their phone. It's just one press of a button and they're watching you.
Right.
But like Twitch felt like, okay, now you got to sign up. Now you got to, get a new app. It's just like extra steps people didn't want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When it came to the change from actually DJing in front of people to now just being able to read comments and seeing like emojis while you're DJing, like, was that a lot different? Because your fan and the interactions that you have with the people that you're DJing to is completely different too. Because normally when you DJ, it might be a few people might come give you a money pull up or something like that, but you're seeing everyone just kind of like dancing, and so your set is working compared to just you in a room by yourself. And then
I think the energy would be like way different. Like, I don't know, like just from a consumer standpoint and like a patron and stuff. Like, I think the energy, like, I couldn't see myself being a DJ and doing a IG Live party and then having that same energy from like an actual club. Like, it just seems like it would be really, really difficult to kind of translate the energy and just like enjoy the party, because like as a DJ, your job is kind of like make sure everyone having fun, right? So like it's kind of hard to kind of read comments, and like I see like JKD and Brandon, all these guys trying to do it at the same time is hard. It seems hard to do that stuff, like, so yeah.
Now I mean, I look at it this way, like for me, when I do online events and stuff or play music online, it's like it gives me an opportunity to play things that people haven't heard before. Or dig in my box deeper, bring back even more memories for people to listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That for me, but I do get the aspect of actually people wanted to be in an actual event and listening to music.
Agreed, yeah. It's nice to like dig into shit that you haven't played in a long time, and like it's I will say this though, like of like internet DJing and being on Twitch and IG Live, it really shows the flaws. So you gotta really come correct. Because it's easy to pick out DJs that don't know what they're doing.
That is true. You got the window media player DJs.
Right.
A lot of them are being exposed now.
I mean, hey, we all started somewhere, man.
Yo, this guy said Windows Medium. Whoa.
Man, I don't know if...
It's YouTube now. You open up one tab, you have two tabs, and you play one.
Slowly drop the volume on one.
Oh, yeah.
I remember back when I used to DJ, me, Francis, and JKD were at this one party, and it was supposed to be like our crew DJing, and then the owner always brought in this other guy to come open up.
Right.
Oh my goodness, the man played the mix.
I was just gonna say his name.
The mix.
The man played the mix. Oh my goodness.
Call him, bro.
He would play. Like he would always start off the night, but it was always good because the people that we were promoting to would show up late, so they would.
So you're good.
A lot of people there when he was there. And I remember the one time I was like, waiting for the person to come do the door. So I was at the door and I was like, yo, he's playing his best set ever. And then I look, he was outside smoking. So it was a pre-made mix. And I was like, okay, that's the only.
No, wait. It wasn't even his mix, though.
It wasn't even his mix. A Next Superteam shout out was on the tag, was in it.
Yeah, it wasn't his mix.
Wow.
I was like, yo, what is going on,
It was the good old days, yo.
Wow, man. Wow.
So one last question directed to the DJs. Where has been your favorite place to DJ?
That's tough.
I know JKD's answer already, bro.
What's that?
You say on the road, no matter where it is. On the parade route, that's what you say, bro.
Nah, honestly, that's the worst, bro.
Really?
Yeah, bro, because I'll tell you this, it's because these bands don't really care about the DJs.
Yeah.
They just care about the people who pay for their costumes, you know what I'm saying? Which
makes sense.
But at the same time, the DJs need to get treated the same way. We're providing the music. I'm telling you, the last time I played Mass, bro, on a truck, I didn't get no water. I didn't get no
it's
food.
brutal. Yeah.
I was thirsty. The only thing they had to drink was hot energy drinks. I'm just like, nah, bro, not do this. Not do this. And you're there from 7 a.m. You don't go home till like 8 o'clock in the night.
Hit this guy with a supplicant, yo. That's crazy. That's wild.
You learned he had to bring his own cooler from now on?
Yeah. The road experience is, I mean, it's fun, you know what I'm saying? But not doing that. I'll do it in the next country, but I'm not doing it in Toronto.
I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. So my favorite probably
that one. Honestly, I feel like different times in my life when I was like young and partying, it was always clubs, and then later on it was lounges, and so I don't know if I have a favorite spot.
I'll say my favorite and most recent would probably be in London. When I went to London, Notting Hill Carnival.
Yes.
I played on the road there. I think that was my favorite.
Was it a different experience compared to
Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They treat you well on the
Yeah.
truck?
Oh yeah. Everything.
Make sure you're hydrated.
Cold water.
Not just that. Like the core in London, the core population in London is 20 million. In Toronto alone, we only have 2 million people that live in Toronto alone.
Yeah.
London has 20 million, so everybody's down there, and you're just playing music for everybody.
If you think that you had it rough out there for Caravana, you should come out to Calgary for its version of Caravana.
You're just gonna knock it right now, eh?
Yeah.
No, I heard some DJs go out there. Like, wasn't Puffy out there? Wasn't Puffy
And
out
homies,
there?
Jeff Jam comes through.
Yeah, sweetness comes through,
Sweetness
whatever.
comes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, okay, so it's such a change compared to when you've been to Caravana or you've been to like Trinidad Carnival.
Yeah.
But like,
and
you
then
can't compare
you
the two.
come out here. Like, I remember the first time I went down there, it was like they were already practicing social distancing.
Oh my God.
Because I was able to kind of like walk through the crowd easy. I was like, yo, this is different. Like,
That's wild. Yo, come on.
but
Is it getting better?
It got better. Last year was dope. Marshall was on road the whole time.
Oh wow, okay. He actually came to Calgary?
Yeah.
Good for him.
He was on road the whole time. He performed at the end. But it's also different because it's like, because you know how Caravana, you're out there all day, right?
Right.
When you look at the itinerary for like how the day's set up, it's like, let's say 11 to 4, and then there's like a performance at the end.
Right.
But they're on time with it. It's like, all right, we're touching the road at 11 o'clock. You know, Caravana will be like, all right, we're touching road 10 o'clock, and they're still in the same spot at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Like, it's insane. Let's get to some basketball real quick, because this is the Chatroom Podcast. Joseph has outrageous takes that we all want to hear.
Real takes, bro.
All right, real takes. and Coach Francis is a coach for a reason. So, has everyone been taking in like the restart, how the bubble set up, all that stuff, like the games happening right now? It's somewhat, even if you're not watching as hard. Do you think that another super team is going to be created because
of the bubble?
All these teams are so close and they're able to talk to each other a lot more? And what team do you think will be the next super team?
That's tough.
I definitely think there's going to be another like super team soon. But I think it's going to happen when, like, I think there's two players and they're just eyeing a third player, and I think they're going to somehow scoop someone. Like, I think Devin Booker is going to move soon. Like,
you see, I would agree to that, but he just signed his extension, his like 5-year extension.
Is it a bad contract? Or sorry, is he getting paid a lot?
He's getting paid like 100 some million. Like, he's getting money, but like it's tough because him and Dame, they just signed their big contracts.
Yeah,
right. So
that was my other guess. I feel like someone is gonna go
like Booker, Dame, and friggin' Bradley Beal. The three of those guys are three guys that every team is trying to, because they're all in reasonably bad situations for different reasons. Like Dame, he's been to the playoffs the last few years, but he's consistently losing in the playoffs. Like he's and the team he has doesn't have a lot of cap space, so they're kind of stuck with what they have, you know. And then Bradley Beal, like they've been to the playoffs a few times, but he's been injured. John Wall has been out for like 5 years with his Achilles or whatever he has hurt. Right, and then you got Booker, which is like the Suns have the most promise out of the three groups because they have a lot of talent around them right now. They got like Ricky Rubio changed them, DeAndre Ayton has changed them, Kelly Oubre. Like they got like a lot of good pieces, and Booker is like, I tell people all the time, like he's a problem. Booker is a problem, but like I don't know where the next super team will come from. Like it has to come from a trade, and there's not a lot of teams that have a lot of cap space. The only team that has like space to like make a big move or like have like roster pieces is the Clippers. So like I would say they might be a super team because they don't have a lot of cap space per se, but they got a lot of pieces that they can trade away and they can get something from, you know. Whereas Lakers, everyone can say, okay, well Lakers got 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA, and they got like obviously if they add another like Devin Booker or Bradley Beal or Dame Lillard or one of those guys to their team, then they're a super team. But they don't have a lot of trade capital because they traded all the capital to Pelicans. So who are you gonna trade? Like Kuzma, you're not gonna trade Dion Waiters. Nobody really wants him. Nobody wants J.R. Smith. Nobody wants Alex Caruso.
This my boy, bro.
Alex Caruso.
This AC, bro.
AC. This guy's getting nicknames now. This is crazy.
He can hoop. Don't get me wrong. He's a good rotation piece, but they don't have the capital to make a trade for. Like, cause if they go after Booker or Dame or those guys, they have to give away everybody except for LeBron and AD. Everybody. And then
you'll be right back to square one.
And then you'll have 3 guys, but then your roster will be empty.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like I don't like if I have to pick one, it might be Clippers. But like I don't really see like there always is a super team in the NBA, but I don't really see where it will come from because like.
What about Milwaukee, though?
But I think Giannis is gone after this year.
You think he's going to leave, right?
I think he might go to Golden State, so that might be the next super team. But I think he's gone personally because, especially if you watch like the last few games, like even the game last night with Dallas when Luka tore their ass up. Right. Luka destroyed them, right? And they like nobody else stepped up. Like Brook Lopez, he had like 25 points, whatever it was. Like he can shoot the ball, yeah. Middleton, he can shoot the ball, yeah, cool. And Giannis, if he's not getting right to the rim, he's pretty much he's not a great player if he's not getting right to the rim in transition. And you watch what Dallas did a lot of times. They kind of just stepped in front of him and took charges. He had like 3 charges in the game, right?
Yeah.
But like they don't have like even in like end of the shot clock situations and like sign out of bounds and like just like where you want like your star to get a good look. Like you watch Clippers play, no matter what happens, they get a good look.
Always.
You know, like Paul George, Kawhi, Lou Williams. They manufacture opportunities because they get good looks, right? And that's where Lakers struggle, and that's where also Milwaukee struggles because they don't have a guy that can manufacture a good look for them. You know what I mean? Like, so so I think, yeah, I'm rambling on, but I think definitely Giannis is gone.
I said, and I'm sticking with my answer, that I know Coach doesn't believe in this person too much, but I'm still saying Dallas. I could see with Luka, with Porzingis, and if they get another piece.
I can see that, but I think they need like a legit star. Like you can't have Luka, KP, and then like Middleton with that.
No, even though who was it that rated Middleton top 10 player in the league?
I don't know, but like in regards to stats and like numbers wise, he is like I always tell people numbers tell half the story, but if you look at just analytics and stuff, like he's a top 15 player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Period. Right. Now, if you want to look at like namesake and like star value and all that stuff and like just like skill, you know, individual like go get it skill, like he might not be there, but just off of like efficiency and all that stuff, like he's top 15, and that's why ESPN or whatever had Russell Westbrook at like 25 because he's not like his name, like what he does on the court, his namesake is great, but he's not efficient at all, right? So that kind of thing, and in this NBA where it's basically all about getting high percentage, high efficient offenses. Like you look at Dallas, like Dallas is like top 5 in the league in points per game and their efficiency because like they spread the court out with shooters. They got Luka who's like 6'7", going to the rim. You got KP who's like 7'2", who could shoot over everybody. So like they're just a very efficient offense. Same thing with Houston. So I think if Dallas was to get to be that super team, they would need like I don't know, like maybe like Devin Booker, like somebody of that level on the wing to help out.
Yeah,
I don't think Porzingis, like after the injury, he's just not the same player, man. Not the same.
This is his first year back, no? Like official year.
First full, like he can't. He was back last year, but this is like his first.
Like without the reins on and stuff. Like actually do.
Yeah. And like usually with like I think he tore his ACL, but usually with that injury, it takes guys like 16 months. 12 to 16 months to come back from it or whatever, you know, and like unless you're freaking like Adrian Peterson or like Russell Westbrook and those guys who are like deranged and stuff, you know, unless you're those guys, but for a 7'2" guy to have that injury, it's like he's gonna be a different player from now on, right? So, yeah, they're a good team though. Like I was watching that game and Luka had like 40, 20, and 10.
40, 19, and 14.
I feel like Dallas is I left Dallas out of the super team because I don't think they need anyone to the point where like they just need someone who's serviceable to become like a get them over the hump. Because I think if there was going to be a super team that grows organically, Dallas would be my number one for that because they just look like they get better every single game that they play together. They just need what's his name, Seth Curry to just keep playing at the level and getting better, and they just need Tim Hardaway Jr. to just be consistent.
But those guys are not like they're not going to be over the hump guys. Those are not over the hump guys.
No, but just get
like fillers. Like I would say like Seth Curry and Tim Hardaway. Those are like the equivalent of like Norman Powell and like OG Anunoby and like.
Yo, but you need those guys though.
No, for sure. You definitely need those guys. But those guys they're not the reason why the Raptors.
No, they're not superstars. No.
You know what I mean? Like it's like it was Kawhi and a bunch of B to B minus B guys. Like.
Wow. Okay, couldn't even give us A-, That's crazy.
Okay, Kyle Lowry is not an A guy. He's not an A guy.
Facts.
He's not an A guy.
I was even saying.
He's not an A guy, bro.
How was he talking about?
Siakam.
Why did Kyle Lowry catch us straight just now? What was
I'm just saying, like Siakam has the ability to be an A. I think like a A- guy. He has the ability to be that, but he's not that right now. Van Vliet is a solid B-, B guy. You know, at this point in his career, Serge is like a C+.
Yo, man, hit him with the orange juice, C+. Serge.
I mean, like,
you know,
he's not.
You know, after the Raptors beat the Lakers, I expected a little bit of hate, but like
I'm not hating. The Raptors are a better team than the Lakers. I'm not hating.
Calling them.
They're a better team. They're a better team, but they're a better team. But if Raptors make it the finals and see Lakers, they're gonna lose 4-2.
Facts, 100%.
Or 2?
Is that what you called?
No. I don't have Raptors in the finals. I have Lakers and I might want to amend it, but I have Lakers and Boston in the finals because I just think Boston, like, they have the one thing that worries me about them. They don't have their interior presence is very, very weak. That's what worries me. So their starting five, they don't have one guy over 6'8". Right. So that worries me. But if you look from 2 to 5. Right, so you look at Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Haywood, and they have that Theus guy. Those 4 positions, they can guard multi levels. They can switch. They're long. They're athletic. They can shoot the ball. And if Kemba can, if his knee can kind of get over the hump and he can be okay, like, they're gonna be tough because they can guard. And if you watch them versus who they played. They destroyed friggin' Raptors. Yeah, they're up by almost 40 at one point.
Yeah.
But it was mostly because Raptors were hitting. But the reason why they weren't hitting is because they're shooting over contests every time, over length and athleticism, right? So in the playoffs, I think Boston can beat. And then your team is not your team, but your pick is starting to like grow on me right now, though. Miami,
they're a problem.
Yeah, they're starting to slowly grow on me. Like, they're doing all of this without their best player. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, damn, like that's pretty impressive to be in the last they play 3 games, the last 4 games where it was like really, really, really good wins or close games, and that's without. The last game was without Dragic and Butler. Yeah, but Butler has missed the last 4 games.
Yeah, is it a knee?
I think it was ankle.
Oh, ankle. Okay. All right.
It was ankle, so that's been pretty impressive. But yeah, I got Lakers and Boston in the finals, and Lakers winning in 5.
Joseph, who do you have in the finals again?
Well, Raptors. Automatically.
Yeah, Raptors, Clippers, and then Raptors in 6.
Yeah, but
I got receipts, man.
Of course. No. Which is fine. I honestly wanna, because I'm a huge OKC fan. I don't think they're gonna make the finals, but they would be my other team to make it to like a conference finals. I just don't think. I think if they do make it to a conference finals, they're only gonna lose because their team is. Some of their really good players are just kind of young, and they just need more experience. That's the reason.
They don't have a guy. Like, what I mean by that, like in the playoffs, like every team, like CP3 he's probably the top 5 point guard.
But you need
time. You need a guy,
like a scorer. Yeah,
you need somebody who say, okay, our team has gone their team is like we're on the wrong side of a 8-0 run in the playoffs. Yeah.
Some guy to stop the bleeding.
We need a bucket, or we need to get the free throw line. We need a good look. We need something out of this position. It's imperative. Yeah. They don't have a guy to say, okay, I'm going to get us to the free throw line. I'm going to get us a good look. I'm going to get a shooter in the corner open. They don't have that. Everything that they have has to be manufactured through either the defense, or one of their because they're 3 guards. One of the 3 guards pushing the tempo and getting like Steven Adams an easy look at the rim. That's where their offense is kind of predicated around. But in the playoffs, everything slows down. The game gets more physical, so you're not going to get time to get the ball off the rim and push it coast to coast for easily. I mean, you're not going to get very many of those easy buckets, right? So, yeah, they don't have a guy. So, like, every other team, like that's why Houston is, to me, they're dangerous, man, because they got 2 guys and shooters who, at any given moment, Westbrook or Harden can go out and get you 40. So, like, that's they're a team that nobody wants to play in the playoffs.
and Portland as well. But Portland not having Trevor Ariza, I'm not worried about them because they have nobody to guard Anthony Davis or LeBron.
Yeah,
nobody.
That's what and their bigs are still like coming back off of injuries and stuff. So and they're just not mobile enough.
And even
would have helped. Yeah,
Nurkic is playing great basketball, but AD
needs help though. Yeah, I can't put that guy in that team. That's crazy.
JKD or Dilly, do you guys have any predictions for the finals?
Raptors. I kind of did, but I feel like I got taken to school right here.
Raptors. Just say Raptors, man. You'll be all right.
Nah, bro. Raptors? Come on.
In the dino. This guy's
love to see the Raps in the finals. But.
You see that right there? The Raptors come on now? That's my entire high school. That is high school. That is undergrad. Like everything. Raptors, come on.
That championship was one and done. They're not winning.
Wow.
No.
Again? Wow, that's crazy. That's tough.
Lakers is winning. I don't know who they're going to face, but Lakers is winning the whole thing. That's my pick.
All right, I respect it.
That's crazy. But so JKD and Dilly, do you guys have any advice that you guys want to give to any upcoming DJs? Like things that helped you guys out, or little advice that maybe helped you guys get to the level that you guys are getting to and continuing to go towards? Like, do you have any advice for any upcoming DJs?
One thing for me is, I guess, just be humble. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's the biggest thing.
Take the time to learn your craft. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with you know, hitting up other DJs and asking for advice, or, you know, asking for music or asking for certain things. A lot of people get caught up in like, I don't want to ask this DJ because he might go around saying my name and, you know, talk about me, saying I'm begging too much and things. But nah, like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're hungry, you'll knock on doors. Simple like that. So
yeah, that's fair. I agree. And like, do your due diligence. You know, like, have something to offer there. And I know when I started, I don't know about you, JKD, but like at the start, you know, there was tons of those gigs where you do for exposure and shit, but you got to get out there, and it's just you got to grind it, and just know that paid gig is coming.
Senator knows all about it. Senator used to put up beer features, yo.
Those were the days, yo. But now we're at the point where we got.
Hold on. I have a question. For DJs.
Okay.
What was your I made it moment? Because you guys talking about like being humble and like jumping on like a bunch of features just to kind of get your name on there. But what was your moment where you're like, okay, I can do this. I made it. Like I'm with people that I've been trying to look up to or kind of look up for experience. Like, what was your moment that kind of brought you to that?
For me, it was I'm part of a sound crew, and we were part of a next guy's sound. I'm not gonna say his name, and we just didn't feel comfortable with him anymore because it seemed like he was just trying to, you know, rip us off, and we only get playing time at little parties and stuff, and we knew we were capable of more, right? So I guess that one time when we just said, you know what, let's just build our own thing, and from then, bro, it's been huge. Yeah.
That's the like I made it.
That's my I made it.
That's sick. I like that. That's like a next come up, you know? It's like you're going one way and you just realize the next move and it just takes you a step further.
Yeah. Right.
I like that.
I remember having conversations with JKD before when he was like trying to get gigs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember the one talk that me and him had I'm pretty sure it was Twilight. We were there for an event.
Right.
And I was like, honestly, to tell you the truth, it's one of the most annoying things to try getting on, especially if you're in a crew with somebody else and they don't have the same mindset as you. you just gotta start doing your own thing. And I remember him like, is that what you did? And I was like, yo, I've just found the spot. I kind of just took over promotion, and now I bring in whoever I want to DJ at those ones. And I remember bringing in JKD and D-Rock and killing the party. And I was like, oh, okay, these guys are about to make it, like, for sure. Like, sick. I'm like, I can retire right now. These guys, these guys got it.
And to be honest, from that point on, is like we started doing our own events and stuff. And I can say like one of our events is like a staple event in Toronto right now.
Sick.
And we only do it twice a year. And I can personally say that it's a staple event in Toronto. Like when we first did it, it drew like maybe 100. That's because, you know, we just started off. It drew like 100, 150. But if you look at it now, we're getting like, our last one did like 2 G's, 200 people, 2,000 people, sorry.
Damn.
So, like, it's over time. You know what I'm saying? Over time.
That's sick, bro.
Yeah. What'd you do?
I feel like I've had that moment like a couple times, and I'm like, this is the best, and it's not gonna get better than this, you know. But I feel like the latest time and like the best time so far is so last year I got the opportunity to open up for Snoop at the Calgary Stampede.
Nice.
That's wicked.
And it was through a homie of mine. He opened the show up. His name's True Mamba. He's like an artist. So I DJ for him. We opened for Snoop. When we got there was like 200 people in that place. We did the sound check. Everything was great. When we got on, there must have been 4,000 people in there.
Jeez.
It was insane. I've played, you know, full clubs and big places, but nothing like that. That was like on some next shit. People were chanting. You could feel it in the floor. Like, I feel like that moment was the craziest thing. And then the videographer that was there actually captured it. And that's like how I feel. So it was crazy.
It's wicked.
That's tough. Yeah, that's tough.
And yeah, that's got to be it.
Dope. So we're at the point now where we get to plug our social media and anything that you guys are working on or anything that you guys want to plug. So let's just start with you, JKD.
Yeah, people, you can find me at JKD the DJ all over Twitch, SoundCloud, my Instagram, anywhere. Just look up JKD the DJ. And I also do a clothing line called Scarborough U. David, I'll get you your shit.
I know.
I'll get your shit just now. We actually took a pause just because we wanted to focus on what we want to do.
Yeah.
But now we have, so things are starting to play now. So you'll get your shit.
That means I gotta put in an order soon.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah,
Coach.
You know, mine is Real Deal _Francis. You know, still doing the stuff at SAIT. We're getting in the gym soon. I'm out in Toronto right now for a little while, so kind of removed from the whole basketball scene right now. But I want to do a shout out to Matthew Kamba and all those guys that just won the CEBL. That's tough, you know.
Yeah.
Bringing it back home to Alberta and stuff, so that's tough. So yeah, that's it.
Joseph.
Same old Instagram. Actually, I changed my name. It's now Baritone Levy. Don't ask about that. I'll explain that next time I'm on. But yeah, that's my IG name. That's been my IG name. Yeah. It'll make sense when Sean and I drop something. Don't worry.
Okay.
But I don't have anything to plug except food delivery service like last time. Auntie G's Jamaican. That's the IG name. Francis, you're in Toronto for another week, you said?
Another week, yeah. I'm out here.
Yeah, so they deliver on Saturdays. So it's AUNTIEGEES Jamaican. It's all one word. It's food delivery service.
I'll check it out and I'll give you my critique next time.
Yeah, man. Yo, 100%. But it's all Jamaican food. They deliver if you're in Brampton, Scarborough, anywhere in Toronto. Yeah, they'll deliver and stuff. So
that's wicked.
Yeah. So if you guys are anyone who's hungry belly,
Are we talking authentic Jamaican food?
Yes.
So I can get my cow foot in.
She has she has a new menu every single week. They drop it. They say what their specials are and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Dope.
That's right.
DJ Dilly.
On everything, it's the real DJ Dilly, but it's THA. And then actually we've got the podcasting studio. This is the 1-to-1. That's actually where we're filming out of today. So it's 1-to-1 media on Instagram, on Facebook. It's like a podcasting studio we kind of created just to like allow podcasters for like a small fee, like pretty cheap, and just to come into our studios. We have like smaller pods and all the mics, everything you'll need. That's it right there.
okay.
Don't forget that DJ Dilly streams.
Oh yeah, Wednesday and Friday on Twitch. Yo, JKD, what's your Twitch handle real quick?
JKD the DJ.
Okay, that could have probably
And as for me, you can follow me at The Senator. Don't forget to check out the Not So Soft podcast. Comes out every Friday with my family, Nino Rockwell and Kino the Great. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Instagram page. It's the.chatroompod. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're starting to drop exclusive content to the YouTube that won't be coming out on the audio platform. So it's the best way to keep in touch with some of the stuff that we're doing and stay up to date with all the newer stuff that we're doing. And as we keep progressing, we're going to have guests, and we're going to have a few episodes where it's just back to the regular cast. I know it might not be for a little bit, but trust me, the guests that we have are all going to be as entertaining as this podcast was. So I want to say shout out and a special thank you to the DJs, DJ Dilly, DJ JKD. Make sure you guys follow them. And this has been the Chatroom Podcast, your favorite baller's favorite podcast. And we are out.